We are back, everybody. Hello once again. This is XAR on Twitch and YouTube on this May the 6th, 2025. Second of two streams today. Of course, we had Kesho Cho join us earlier today to play a few rounds of the Game of Life, and she told us what's going on in her neck of the woods. So congratulations once again to her, and also many thanks to her for taking the time out of her busy life to join us. We are now back with the usual defense team, or should I now say prosecuting team, because of the game we've switched to, consisting of Mr. Neff Canuck. Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm okay. I know a few Islanders fans who are very, very giddy. They said that this was all scripted. The Islanders get the All-Star game withdrawn from them, and then they end up with the #1 draft pick.
Okay, and then Lou just happens to get fired that same time? Maybe.
I think it's maybe a topic of discussion for tomorrow.
Indeed. The bodies are falling in NHL coaching and GM circles like leaves off of trees.
Yeah, you showed me the news, more news today, yeah. So, that is a little teaser for the side project. Not the side project, the podcast. Well, my mind is like 10 years early. The podcast is tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, not the side project, not background noise, not anything else like that. If I make the mistake again, Neff, please correct me.
You got it, sir.
We also have Shinigami Liz back with us today. Hello, Liz. You had a amazing, I think you were the one who won the first game of the two today, right?
Did I win? No, I don't think I did. No, I didn't. You won one of them.
I won one, and Kesha won the other one? Or Karen won the other one? Okay.
I can't even remember. My brain's
So Kesho did.
Kesha did, okay.
By like 30 points.
Yeah, that was the second game, but the first game was me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Liz, I hope you had fun anyway with the two boards. No, we played the superhero board and the Fairy Tale Kingdom board in the Game of Life 2. I ended up getting all the DLC, and I guess the flow of the game, Liz, was, a little better, despite the fact that Karam couldn't connect into the game for some reason, so I had to spin for everybody.
Yeah. And it helped me too, because my computer runs the game slow. I'm always lagging in it.
Oh, really? Nice. So you were telling me about that, 'cause you were on the laptop today, right? So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Karam is hopped back into the room after rebooting her computer, apparently. Hello, Karam.
Oh, why, hello. I'm using my phone for now until it actually boots all the way up. It's being really slow.
Oh, great. Yeah, well, probably the Game of Life did it. Who knows? And we also, of course, have Bree. Hello, Bree.
Hello.
I know Bree's looking forward to getting this next week up and through, yes?
I sure am. Can't go quick enough.
Yep. So here is something that will hopefully cheer you up, Bree. This is a game we apparently haven't played since September. Ace Attorney Investigations.
Wow.
So, because if I hit this, okay, October, close enough.
Wow.
So this is the Ace Attorney Investigations game where you play Miles Edgeworth instead of Phoenix Wright. So you're playing the prosecution here. And so, yes, the last time we played, we were on the game's excuse for an Airbus A380. You remember that investigation that took place, like a little murder mystery on the plane, if you will? And now we're going to hopefully now see where the new chapter leads. This is where we left off on October 15th at 9 o'clock. So here we go. Episode 3, The Kidnapped Turnabout. March 13th, 10:11 a.m. Somewhere. It's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every move with my binoculars. Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I have to go. The kidnapper is supposed to contact me soon. Who would have thought that upon my return, I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case? And that I would be the one who would have to make the ransom drop-off. Let's see, I checked that the money is all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is await further instructions from the kidnapper. Okay, so remember, this is the suitcase that was part of the investigation on the plane, correct? If we all remember what happened 7 months ago.
Well, I'll say this. That ugly-ass suitcase is hard to forget.
Which I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place, after all. Wheeling the suitcase. Oh, God. Welcome to Gatewater Land. That's the police mascot, no?
Yep.
So,
Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you. Excuse me, but were you perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? But I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. Well, have a good day. Hello. Who are you? You're not Ernest Amano. It sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Edgeworth speaking. Next, come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not. I've arrived. Go inside. Oh boy. Uh-oh. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Leave the money and go. Now. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Oh.
3 feet. That's not what. Oh.
Ah! It was a trap. March 13th, 11:23 a.m. That guy betrayed. No, can't be. Then the deal. Who is that? And what are they talking about? Split. Police. All right. In front of meetup. I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Oh boy. Oh God. Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage as well? I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to be the drop-off man was because of that phone call. It was from Mr. Ernest Amano, the director of the powerful Zaibatsu, the Amano Group. So he's a, okay, it's like a mafia, I guess. But aside from that, I also owe him a great debt of gratitude. His only son, Lance, had been kidnapped. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Nyah! Haha. Was that you making that funny sound? Who's there, and how dare you laugh at the gentleman's plight? Well, well, well. Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers? A kidnapper? Me? No way, I'm not into such petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger. I must be worn out from today's ordeal. Focus, Miles. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that. Ahem. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu. Great thief? And did she really just claim to be the Yatagarasu? Oh, but my real name is Kay Faraday. You can call me Kay. Kay? Good. Glad that's settled. Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you'd be so kind as to remove these ropes. I wonder, should I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no need to get all mad and icy glary on me, you know. This rope goes through here, and there you go. What a relief. I owe you my thanks. It's okay. You can pay me back in full later. Now then, what questions should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Great thief. You call yourself a great thief, Wag. Yet are you really a thief at all? You doubt me? I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right? That's not the part I have a tough time believing. I am the real genuine Yatagarasu, you know. Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right? What? Of course I'd mind. I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you can say such a horrible thing to your savior. That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Yatagarasu. When you say you're the Yatagarasu, do you mean you are the Yatagarasu? Yup. The most righteous of the righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently, so I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet as a second Yatagarasu. I was not aware that thieves could pass down their titles like that. But don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works. Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they? I knew it. There's just no reasoning with a prosecutor. I'm not the problem here. I'll have you know that the Yatagarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's one thing and only one thing I want to steal. Only one thing, and what would that be? But that's going to have to wait until we find our way out of here. Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. I'm sure I'll have plenty of time later to learn more about you. 47 months! Thank you, Liz, for 47 months of sponsorship in the Twitch chat. Always appreciate your support.
Of course.
All right. Thank you, Liz. So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess not. I'm Miles Edgeworth. Aha! Now I remember! How can you remember something I just told you? But she sure is cheery. All right then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's get out of here. Huh? It would seem that we are locked in from the other side. What? No way! I don't hear you! La la la! Okay, you do remember where you came in from, right? It looks like that might be our only way out of this room. Whoops! Slight miscalculation. That's a good height to make an entrance from, but I can't jump that high to make an exit. I suppose we have no choice but to look around and see if we can't find another way out. Begin investigation. Isolation room. Oh, great. Well, this is interesting, Neff. We get to investigate a way out of here. What would you like to look at first?
Huh. What's that thing on the floor?
Let's see. You talking about the sign?
Yeah, let's start there and go for it. Yeah.
Okay. They're holding a Blue Badger photo rally? You didn't know. Plus, it's not just the Blue Badger, it's its whole family, too. If you manage to snap a shot of every member of the family, you get a really posh prize. Well, there's a costume head sitting over there. Why not start with a picture of that? You can't do that. That's cheating. There's only one of each badger in the park, so you have to work for it. Speaking of badgers, there was one sitting against a wall in the haunted house. Seriously? But somehow I don't think that one counts, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to take pictures of the costume ones walking around the park. So those are the rules of this game. How quaint. Badger photo rally data jotted down on my organizer. Okay. Liz, what would you like to look at next?
Can you look at that? It looks like a cell phone on the tarp above the
Yep.
sign.
One of those old-fangled cell phones. Isn't this my phone? It looks like it made it through the ordeal intact. If only there was a way for us to contact someone on the outside. Ah, but we do have a way, right here. Ah, there was a cell phone here this whole time? If I'm right, Detective Gumshoe should have contacted the precinct for backup by now. Mr. Edgewood, sir, are you okay? I was so worried, sir. I'm fine. I was knocked unconscious for a spell by the kidnapper, that's all. I'm sorry, sir. I'm such a failure. If only I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta... What's wrong, Detective? Sorry to butt in, but I'm afraid you're going to have to make do with me. Who is this? Shilong Lang of Interpol. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So why exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't sweat the details. A crime's a crime whether it's on a local or a global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Lang Ji says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? You caused quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. You should have contacted the police from the very beginning. I'm sorry that this happened because of a lapse in judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't got any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone. So, good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you. Eventually. You... What's wrong? Did you get cut off? No, my phone ran out of power. No way! It doesn't matter anyway. We should try to get out of here through our own means. Yeah, I have a name to live up to after all. If we put our heads together, we'll sure to find a way out. Okay. Bree, what would you like to look at?
How about those lockers over there?
Lockers. Man, why do they have to put the window so high up anyway? How is a thief supposed to make her daring escape? I suppose we could make our way out if we were able to climb on top of these lockers. Haha, that's pretty clever. You'd make a good thief yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Please don't ever place my name and the word thief in the same sentence again. Let's see, I wonder if I can jump and grab the top of the locker here. Man, why do they have to make such ginormous lockers anyway? Even if we wanted to use these lockers, we'd need some sort of foothold. Alright. Karam?
Where he was tied up to begin with.
Where he was tied up to begin with. You're saying on this post. This is the beam I was tied to. What's up? I was pondering if perhaps we could make it over to and out the window if we climb this. Good thinking, and if it's climbing action you need, just leave it to me. Thanks, this little hook looks like it might make for a good foothold. Up you go, Kay, and good luck. Count on it! The great thief Yatagarasu spreads her mighty wings and takes to the skies! Here I go! Whoops. As I thought, this beam was definitely not made for climbing. The beam I was tied to. What do you mean, as I thought? I'm not your guinea pig, you know. Oh, God. How about this head? What is this? Looks like the Bad Badger, and it's looking as bad as ever. Looks like a costume head to me. I guess the Bad Badger's costume is, at the very least, a two-piece, huh? The real question is, why is only the head sitting out here on the floor? Bad Badger's head data jotted down in my organizer. Okay, anything else, Neff?
I have an idea. I don't know if it'll work. Those boxes.
Let's see. Hey, there's something inside the bottom right box. Oh, I think it's a Pink Badger costume. Pink Badger? You don't keep up with what's going on in the world, do you? In that case, you'd better study up on the whole Badger clan with this. What is this thing? Think of it as a Bible of all the things you'll ever need to know about the clan. Whatever, I suppose I can keep it as a reference guide or something. Blue Badger Bible data jotted down in my organizer. How interesting. I suppose this means that this is where they keep all the costumes. Certainly looks that way. It's like the Badger family's home. There are 8 boxes, but 7 of them are empty, which means that 7 of the costumes are in use right now. But aren't these Badgers the mascots of the police force? Well, I heard that the police had a hand in sponsoring this theme park, probably because the Gatewater Group owns the police from all those cases they solved. Owes the police. They have all the power of the state and they used it to make a theme park? It's not just any theme park, they have a handcuff-shaped, double-looping roller coaster. That's quite enough. I'm feeling woozy from just the thought of such a thing. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, okay.
Methinks you have to look at each box.
How about those keys?
Wait, oof.
That's what I was saying, too. And what have we here? Ah! Why do I feel a laser-like stare aimed right at me? Did you want to take a look? Well, don't mind if I do. Ooh, I see. Yes, this is definitely a key. I'm sure it's a key to something. The something is what is relevant to my interest. Anything else you want to see here?
Like an app suggestion.
I was gonna say check each box. I guarantee there's something in one of those boxes that will help it.
Looks like, yeah, each of them has its own thing. Oh boy. Look, it's the Blue Badger. I suppose even this thing can be popular with women. My nemesis. What in the... Why is she beating it up? He's got the word badge right in his name. That's nothing but bad news for someone like me. And to think he's out there wandering around in this park. I'd better be careful. He's going to arrest me by the power of his name alone. I somehow doubt that the Blue Badger has the power to arrest anyone. So this is the Blue Badger's rival, the Bad Badger, huh? Do you feel some sort of reverence toward this Badger, Kay? Huh, I can't believe you'd be so stereotypical when it comes to thieves. Surely you must also think there are much cooler and cuter ones out there, right? That's it, I've decided that thieves and thievery need an image makeover. Good luck with that one. What do we have here? This is that Blue Badger I met at the main gate. Excuse me, but his name is Proto Badger, not Blue Badger. He's based off of the very first design created by the local police chief. You know, when you compare the two, the Blue Badger looks a bit cuter. I suppose as he continued to redesign him, the chief managed to make him cuter and cuter. Even humanity has come a long way when you think about how much we've evolved. Are we comparing the Blue Badger to humans now? I suppose this is the Pink Badger. But since it has the same design, doesn't it seem forced to call this one a female? You think so? I mean, just look at how long her eyelashes are. That's the only difference. And the fact that she's pink. Yes, and her lips are red. See, lipstick. What? She has nothing to say about the giant pink ribbon, or is that too obvious? No, that's it, I think. So, we'll back out. Shall we go up to the door? It seems that we won't be able to open this by ourselves. It also seems quite thick, so we can't just break it down. There must be another way out of here.
Maybe we need to look at those lockers. Maybe now that we have a key.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me see. We'll try the key on the door too. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Let's save before we get to this. Options. Okay, actually... Oh, we don't have a key here. Huh?
Didn't you take? Maybe you have to take the key.
Wow.
It's in the options for that thing that you pulled up.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, this
Tiny
is
key.
the association thing. Okay. Okay,
Over to-
lockers. And tiny key. Oh, this is the health bar thing here. No,
Ooh.
the pieces don't fit together quite right. Ooh, well. So maybe there's something we're missing.
Did we examine everything?
Think
We examined
so.
the
What about the paint?
Oh,
The paint. Maybe we can use this paint to help us escape. And what exactly do you have in mind? Well, we could paint help in really giant letters. And who, pray tell, would see these giant letters? We're inside a building. Okay, then how about we light the paint on fire and send out colored smoke signals? Anyone who saw it would think some crazy arsonist was about and call the cops. Actually, they might not be great for me, seeing as I'm a thief and all. Let's try to find something other than this paint to use, shall we? Alright, so we have the door.
No, we go to the lockers. We can actually
alright.
look at the lockers. I think we need to look at them.
We already looked at them because we have the check mark.
No, come down. Yeah. Look here. Oh, okay. That's weird.
Now, this thought bubble next to her is not checked off. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
The kidnapping. Do you know where the person who kidnapped me went? Well, after they locked you up in here, it sounded like they went into the next room and started talking to someone. I feel like I heard something as well, but it's all a haze in my mind. However, I do recall the kidnapper was talking with someone. It was just a guess before, but I guess I really am dealing with two kidnappers here. After that, they left. It almost seems as if they were done with you. I suppose that is the case, as my kidnapping seems like an afterthought to the 1 million. Well, if they went into the next room, let's see what we can find out through the slot. The slot. Okay. Okay, so we can now look at the slot. If I can go there. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. I gotta use ASDW. Ooh, we can peer into the room the kidnappers went from there. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Ooh. Okay, Neff, what would you like to start with here?
Let's start with that ladder I see right there, that golden ladder.
Mm-hmm. Is that what I think it is? It looks like the kidnappers had an escape tunnel prepared just in case. That's awesome. They're like a bunch of great thieves themselves. No, they're not, because I highly doubt they made the tunnel themselves. The floor panel was removed and propped up against the beam in a very specific way. Okay. I think this building was originally built with a basement or underground area. All right, Liz.
Chairs?
Folding chairs? We can't. No, it doesn't light up on the folding chairs. It lights up
Okay.
here, though.
Okay.
There is a beam in the next room identical to the one in this room. There's even a hook on it to hold a propped-up floor panel in place. Which reminds me, did you find
Ooh.
something useful, Mr. Edgeworth? Perhaps. I may have found a very handy hint to how we'll get out of here.
Oh.
Well. Okay.
I think I know what's going on now.
All right. Yeah, same here. I'm gonna look at this door. And yeah, the door is the only other thing that's lighting up. There's a door on the opposite side that appears to be the same as this one, which would mean that I can probably assume that these two rooms are very similar in structure. I believe I may have just found our ticket out. Okay, anything else? I don't think so. Alright, we were here. Maybe now we have to go into this mode over here. Whatever it's called. Was it logic mode, I think?
I think so.
Alright. So let's see. Here we go. So, the beam I was tied to, open floor panel. Yes?
Yep. That would make sense.
Yippers. Connected.
Nice. This hook on this beam. You know I already tried and there's no way I can jump from this hook to the window. Come on, even you have to admit when something's just not possible. Huh. I wasn't about to suggest that again. Rather, that it's here for a different purpose. Really? Like what? As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up, which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well. Oh, I get it. We didn't notice its existence all this time because it was being hidden by this tarp. All right then, let's fold this thing up and see what's underneath. Ta-da! Now this is what I call a treasure. A trapdoor. Oh. Well, hang on. Now we can...
Should be able to open it, right?
Yeah.
Except we need the key.
Wow, this must be another entrance to the secret hidden basement. I totally smell treasure. The scent I wish to smell is the sweet fragrance of freedom. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and open the hatch. All right. Ugh. This thing is locked down tight. Okay, now... Now, Neff. Ah, fiddlesticks. Now, let me save before we go on any further. But I do believe now we can link those two. Underground entrance. Tiny key.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you're up, Kay. Huh? Why me? Because we need to use the tiny key that you've taken quite a liking to. Oh, gotcha. Just leave it to me. I love the tense feeling of these moments when you're about to uncover something big. I believe the feeling of freedom would be much more satisfying right about now. All right, I got the secret door open, and now... Ah, wait! What? Oh, you all right? Kay, I'm fine. The ladder just slipped is all. Thank goodness she's all right. I about had a coronary. There's a lot of really large machinery down here. What about an exit? It's really dark and cramped down there, so I really doubt there's an exit. I can't believe that happened. You have only yourself to blame for leaping before you looked, you know. No way. I mean, how was I supposed to know if the ladder is removable? Oh. Underground ladders look as though it can be easily removed, really safe to use. Where does it link? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, ha 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 ha.
Lean that ladder against the lockers.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I figured out how we will escape this prison, Kay. Oh, so how are we going to bust out? It seems that your reckless actions were of use after all. Are you actually praising me? More of a thank you for giving me an idea regarding this ladder. The underground ladder, what about it? This ladder isn't just for those who wish to go down. Oh, I see. If we use this... Yes, I believe it's long enough to reach the top of those lockers. Well, then what are we waiting for? Investigation complete. All right, now we can get out of here. Yes, we spent entirely too much time in here. Kidnappers have held me hostage and a mysterious Interpol agent. This case is only getting started, and I'll be the one to bring it to a resounding end. March 13th, 12:11 p.m. Wild Wild West area. Oh boy. We're in front of the 10-gallon hat saloon. Why don't we save before we go in? Oh, geez. Entering like Batman. It looks like
a costume.
It looks like it stopped raining for now. Yeah, and thank goodness. You have no idea how hard it was raining earlier. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I was so stressed that I thought my heart was going to give out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is? Well, that's, Oh! Count off! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 99! Oh boy! Shifu, all 99 members are here and accounted for, sir. Including the mascot. Oh. Heh. What the heck do you think you're doing counting my cubs off like that? Every person is a valuable human being, you get me? And everyone has a name that their parents gave to them. No one is a 2 or a 3. Everyone, regardless of age or rank, is number 1. Got it? Shifu, Shifu. You are Agent Lang, I take it. You infidel, how dare you address our Shifu so rudely? Lang Ji says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. So don't you ever forget to show the proper respect towards another person. Sheena. This isn't much, but please accept my card. Shilong Lang, ICPO, International Criminal Police Organization Special Agent. Oh, thank you. Please accept mine in return. Public Prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. His is just a simple title, Miles. You all see that just now? That is the proper way for 2 people to show their respect. Keep that in mind and you'll get far in life. Got it? Ah, that's right. Francisca did warn me. Something about an elite Interpol agent from the Republic of Zhengfa. Apparently this man has the highest successful arrest rate in the organization. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. How is it not? I've heard a rumor or 2 about you. You solved the murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? Huh, but you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that about Mr. Edgeworth? Are you saying you could have solved it faster, pal? The comedic relief jumps to the aid of his master. How cliche. Look, what I'm getting at is that as I had been there, no one would have died. Oh. I would have solved the entire case, and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim, Agent Ackby Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge. Agent Hicks was investigating a smuggling ring with Francisca and a third person. This must be the man she was talking about. In that case, you should understand how I feel, as the kidnapped is someone I know. So I ask that you please allow me to participate in the investigation. But this isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and way out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go on back to your courtroom now, pretty boy? Wow.
Oof.
You dare to mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why? Why do I feel such intense loathing emanating from him? All right, man. Good job on the perimeter around Gatwaterland. Now just find me the kidnapper and bring the punk to me. Dismissed. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit tight here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Why of all places did he show up here, and completely out of the blue at that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. All right. Are we out in the open now? I guess so. So, let's see. I think I'll talk to you, buddy. Great job, Detective. Sir! For losing sight of me and the kidnapper and allowing my investigation to be hijacked. Sir, I look forward to your next month's salary assessment. But the case isn't lost yet, sir. I'm gonna show you just how much of a man Dick Gumshoe can be. Shall I prepare the 21 gun salute now or later? Detective, are you sure it was the precinct you called for backup? Of course, sir. I think I would know the number to my own precinct like the back of my hand. Then why did an Interpol agent show up instead with an army of his own agents? That I have no idea. About 5 minutes after I made the call, that Wolfman showed up out of nowhere, sir. Agent Lang definitely has an agenda. So the question is, what is he after? Next step. Mr. Edgeworth, I was wondering if I may ask about one thing, sir. Yes, what is it? Who is that? The girl over there, I mean. I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant, Kay Faraday. Excuse me? What? Funny, I don't recall making you my assistant. Yeah, I'm Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Me. It's been like that since forever. Sorry, but I just stole your supporting role. How can you say something so serious with that giant grin on your face, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, we got a thief on our hands, sir. She stole my role, sir. I'm taking her in, getting her convicted, and making sure she serves out her sentence. Oh, come on. It'll be fun, like musical chairs. You'd better stay fast on your feet. No way. I won't. I will not lose the spotlight to you, little girl. Oh, wow. All right. Let's see. Well, we can look at this chair, or we could talk to her. Man, I can't calmly do any stealing at all with that detective around. I suppose it's not easy when there's this many members of law enforcement in the vicinity. It's alright, it's not like I'm in a hurry to steal just any old thing. Which is it? Do you plan to steal something or not? Quite the mystery, this one. Maybe I should talk with her a bit more. So what are you going to do about your investigation into the kidnapping? Good question. Since Agent Lang holds the authority to investigate this case now, this makes things a bit more complicated. Oh, come on, you can't let that stop you. I'll even lend you a hand, so let's go. But you're a self-purported great thief, are you not? I don't believe I can let someone of an unlawful nature participate in an investigation. You don't like to listen, do you? I'm not just any old great thief, I'm the Yatagarasu. And as I said earlier, the Yatagarasu is after one and only one thing. Well, stop picking your nose and tell us what it is.
Yes.
What is this one and only thing you're after? The Yatagarasu is only interested in one thing, and that is the truth. I see. It was 7 years ago. There was a vigilante who threw the business world into a panic. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appeared and vanished at will. Though we still don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu like to find and publicly disclose evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. Once a target was chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement was sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation was infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found was sent out to the mass media, along with a card with the mark of a three-legged raven. Looking back, I suppose you could call what the Yatagarasu was stealing the truth. Could this child really be the successor to the original Yatagarasu? But that can't be, can it? Lance! Lance! Where are you, son? Oh, well. Mr. Romano! Look at him counting his cash. Oh, Miles, my boy, I'm sorry to involve you in such an affair just after you returned. For you, Mr. Romano, I gladly offer my assistance. After all, I have you to thank for how well things turned out during my time abroad. If it wasn't for you, I might not have been introduced to that law office and had the chance to study the inner workings of another country's judicial system. No, no, no. Think nothing of it. As you know, Manfred and I go way back. I consider a beloved disciple of his to be like one of my own blood. His belt is full of cash, or just stuffing it in his trousers like that. My goodness. If you ever want to go overseas again, you need only to ask. I can use my company's vast network to send you anywhere at any time. So who's the old man? He is the father of the currently kidnapped Lance Amano, Ernest Amano. Now then, have you found Lance yet, Miles? Please, I miss my poor boy dearly. I'm terribly sorry, but your son's whereabouts remain unknown, Mr. Amano. Well, hold on there. Then what happened to all that money? I believe the 1 million has been stolen and that the culprits are now on the run. What? Poor old man. Don't you have anything you could give him to cheer him up, Mr. Edgeworth? Forgive me, Mr. Romano. Uh-oh. Just gonna talk to him. I was wondering if you could please tell me the details of the kidnapping one more time. Oh, it was yesterday. A call came to the house. From the receiver came the sound of my son. Help me, Daddy. I know this is tough, but please stay with me here, Mr. Romano. You don't understand. He hasn't called me Daddy in ages. It was incredibly moving. I wish I had recorded him saying that. He definitely should have recorded that conversation, but not for the foolish sentimentalities of an old man. Refresh my memory. What kind of person is Lance again? How will telling you about Lance help you get him back? Surprisingly, a lot can be deduced from a person's relationships and behavior. Very well then, Lance is my one and only son, and he turned 21 this year. He is very much like me when I was his age, kind and very attractive. I'm sure women simply can't keep their hands off of him. Is there anything else about him you noticed of late? Now that you mention it, I haven't been able to get in contact with our butler, Oliver. Your butler? Yes, his name is Oliver Deacon. He's been with our family for years now. He gets along so well with Lance, so I thought maybe he would know where my son is. Who is Oliver Deacon? Mr. Amano, could you please tell me a little more about your butler, Mr. Deacon? As a butler, he's outstanding. He even serves as Lance's personal private tutor. He took a brief leave recently, but even after it was over, I haven't been able to reach him. So you still haven't spoken with him since his leave. What about his family and friends? They said they hadn't seen him. I've tried everything I could think of, Miles. Do you think this could have something to do with Lance's kidnapping? It's possible, but I can't say anything for sure quite yet. So even the person closest to the victim has gone missing. Oliver Deacon. Sounds like one name I'd better keep in mind. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Let's begin our investigation. Even if that Interpol agent holds the authority to head this investigation, we can't allow ourselves to stand idly by, twiddling our thumbs. I'm with you 100%, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I, Dick Gumshoe, pledge to stick by your side through thick and thin. Mr. Amano, it was my fault that the culprits escaped, which is why, with your blessing, I vow to return Lance to you myself. Oh, I've never seen you so passionate before, Miles. Good luck to you, my boy. All right, well, what are you waiting for? Let's do some investigating. If you think I'm losing to you, pal, forget it. Begin investigation, Wild Wild West area. So, what should we examine first? Thanks to Agent Lang, we can't leave this area, but the culprits were here until only very recently, which means we may be able to find some clues that will tell us how they escaped. Okay, let's get looking. Hey, you there. Who, me? What are you doing goofing off in a place like this? I wasn't goofing off. I was about to help Mr. Edgeworth kick off his investigation. You imbecile! All precinct detectives are now under Agent Lang's direct command. No way! I am not working for Wolf Boy. Mr. Edgeworth, can't you do something? I'm not exactly in a position to argue, seeing as how you are a member of the police. Good, now let's go. No! Oh, God! Boy, have I just got the job for someone of your talents. Well, that was exciting. Okay. What? Can't you tell I'm all ready to get down to some detective work? You should go home. Your parents must be worried about you. Oh, come on, I finally get to be your assistant and you try to ditch me? I don't recall offering you the position. Why do you have to be so difficult? Besides, it's already too late, you know. Like I said, I've already stolen the position of assistant a while back. You're the only one asserting that. Well, by the time anyone notices it's already gone, that's the Yatagarasu way. You shouldn't speak so lightly of things you know nothing about. Fine, whatever, you win. Go ahead and do your little investigation. But the talented Assistant K is going to tag along no matter what you say. Even if she turns out to be useless, picking her nose, she's not going to listen to me. I might as well surrender and let her come along for the ride. Well, well, well. Alright, let's save before we continue. Alright. Okay, we can go in all sorts of directions here. But we have to stay in this area. So here we are. What would you like to do first? Liz, let's start with you. What would you like to start with?
Let's go talk to or look at the mascot.
Talk to the mascot, okay? Okay. Hey, it's the Blue Badger. Badger, get! I really don't understand why she is so excited over this badger hunt. Speaking of badgers, there's a person inside of there. Mr. Badger, I wonder if you might share with me what you saw. He's doing that contorted wriggling dance again. Aha! Oh! Ah, you've uncovered my undercover identity, sir! I was to remain under that head, sir! We've seen this guy before. Aren't you, Officer Meekins? Sir! Mike Meekins reporting for duty, sir! This man was a witness in one of the cases I headed 2 years ago. About the only thing I remember about this officer is that he often spoke and acted before he thought, which gave me a great deal of headaches. Is he a friend of yours, Mr. Edgeworth? I've met him in the courtroom once before. Huh. Why was he so upset when we unmasked him? Does he have something to hide? Officer Meekins, why are you standing here wasting time? Sir, because I'm not a police officer right now, sir. I'm the Blue Badger, and I'm creating memories and dreams for the kids. That's never a waste of time, sir. I have a dream to become as big as Detective Gumshoe, sir. I was patrolling the scorchingly boring beat until a little while ago, when the dispatch radio on my shoulder crackled that the kidnappers have escaped, sir. I thought maybe this was my shot at making detective, sir. I rushed on over to join in, but when I got here, there was a sea of people already. And I couldn't spread my trademark friendliness and joy onto anyone. It would seem that some people never change. So why exactly are you in that ridiculous outfit? Sir, that's because, sir, I'm here to keep the visitors in good spirits, sir. But it's also to hide the fact that I'm an officer on the trail of a kidnapper, sir. I see. Agent Lang is very wise to employ this sort of diversionary tactics. To be handed the role of the Blue Badger out of all the different disguises, sir. It's such an honor. Well, what do you have? Any clues? How long have you been standing here, officer? Sir, for about 1 little hour, sir. That's around the time I woke up from being knocked unconscious. And I've been here ever since, sir. If that's true, then it's possible Officer Meekins saw the kidnappers escaping. But however, sir, I must tell you I didn't see a thing, sir. I haven't asked you anything yet, officer. No, but I know you will, sir. He's hiding something from me. Officer Meekins, I insist that you tell me more about your recent movements. Sir, I've been playing the Blue Badger this whole time, sir, and getting into it, too. I have patrolled the park all while wearing this costume. And about 1 hour ago, I came over here, sir. I haven't seen any suspicious-looking people this whole time, sir. But I did see a badger, sir. A lone Blue Badger. Ooh. What you said just now is contradictory to the facts. How so, Mr. Edgeworth? This is what Officer Meekins' testimony contradicts. That there's only one of each badger in the park?
Yeah.
Take a picture of every member of the Badger family, receive a prize. Only one of each of the 4 family members wandering throughout the park. So then that, yeah.
Take that!
Officer Meekins, let's back things up. I'd like to ask you about your last statement. Sir, of course, sir, if that's your wish, Mr. Prosecutor. This little patrolman will wait as long as I'm commanded to wait. You said you saw a Blue Badger, correct? And yet, if you take a look at this, what you saw was not supposed to happen. This park is supposed to have only one of each badger in it at any given time. Which means that as long as you are the Blue Badger, Officer Meekins, you should not have seen another Blue Badger wandering the premises. What, sir? Then that would mean that there are 2 Blue Badgers walking around. But why? Ooh. All right. I guess we're done with Meekins. Let's see. We spoke to Liz. Bree, what would you like to check out?
I wonder if we could check in that saloon.
Doesn't
Nope.
seem like it, no. Unless,
What about
unless you want Edgeworth to do a shuffle like this all night.
go towards the officer that's to the left in the doorway?
Excuse me, if you just let me through here. Sorry, I can't let anyone through. Agent Lang's orders. Nyeh. Suppose I have to deal with this impasse for now. Oh, sheesh. Alright, there was something here? Hey, there's a bunch of
Okay.
footprints in the mud over here. I remember hearing rainfall out here while I was being held in there. Yup, it was just a passing rain. That's why the ground has already pretty much dried up. I should be thankful. It left us with some nice footprint samples. You know what? I bet if we follow them, we can find out where the kidnappers went. Plus, we'd be able to spot them because of their muddy shoes. I don't think it'll be that easy. Why not? Look carefully. There are quite a few different sets here. We don't know which ones belong to the kidnappers. Oh, that's true. We don't know what kind of shoes they were wearing. All right. Let's see what we can do now. Neff?
Well, there's that other officer. See, there's the two of them, but there's the one standing there. I'm wondering what he.
Oh, no.
We talked to him. Okay.
No. We got
Hey,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, let's
Hi,
do
I've
that.
got you now, you vile criminals. I think the kidnappers would have better sense that they tried hiding in these. Oh, come on, lighten up, will you? I was only joking. I don't really think that the criminals will be hiding here right in front of two officers. I certainly hope not. Okay.
Now, there's a cat or something. Can we look at that, or is that no?
No.
Cat do. Nope.
No cat do. No, no. You can't go for that. No cat do. Okay.
How did I
Alright.
start?
Yeah.
Oh, we got some barrels.
Got some barrels,
Go up
and we
there.
got, where you tie up
Oh.
your horses. What would you like to look at?
Let's look at the what is it called anyway? This thing where you tie up the horses. I'll look it up. I want to know what that thing is. Hold on a second here. What do you tie horses to? Oh, there we are. No. A hitching rail.
A hitching rail. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, isn't this one of those things you tie horses to? You don't say. Yes, although the horses are in another location at the moment. Aw, and here I was hoping I would get to ride one. You know how to ride a horse? Nope, never rode one in my life. But I have an Asian friend who was born in the year of the horse. Non sequitur is the only way to describe your logic.
I would say non-functional, but I'm cruel.
If these were real, I wonder what you'd put in them. Water would be the obvious answer. But if you stored water in a barrel under the blazing hot sun, wouldn't it go bad? People of that period probably didn't care about how it tasted. Sorry, but I can't let you get away with making fun of our forefathers. I mean, maybe they really liked the strange taste. Look who's making fun of them now. But cactus.
Oh, look at a cactus.
Look, there's a blurb about the cactus here. This cactus is a very gracious gift to Gatewater Land from the local police precinct. I can't believe the police went so far as to even donate a cactus to this place. So is the police department running a cactus farm on the side? Haha, just kidding. They wouldn't do something so silly. Actually, I have the vague impression I've seen a cactus farm at the precinct before. Okay. It's a set of tire tracks originating from the garage. Ooh. Aha, so that means a car left from the garage at some time, right? Correct, but for the car to leave these tracks, it will mean that it left during the passing rain. That's the only explanation as to why these tracks are made of mud. 3 treads. I think we can also safely assume it's a special type of car. Okay.
Well, you're assuming it's a car.
Yeah. Horses are painted on this garage door to complete the Wild West theme. They look so lifelike, don't you think? Are you thinking of wrangling, or rather stealing them? If you can coax them out of there, sure, come on, I know you can sweet talk them out. I could be holding a cube of sugar in my hand and they wouldn't budge, Kay. Wow. We've already spoken to this guy. This has already been addressed. And we can walk right through our assistant here, like we're Penn and Teller. That's nice. Okay.
I mean, I've heard of a person with no presence, but that's ridiculous.
That might be it. So, do we have to go into presenting our logic mode then? I think. What?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Go up to that cop again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we go into logic mode, maybe.
Near the garage door, maybe get it open.
Let's see here. So we're gonna save here. All right, so remind me what T is again. Yes. Oh, we have an option here. Okay, what do you think about the kidnapping? Well, I don't know anything about the victim, so actually I was hoping you could tell me. Ah, that's right. I never did explain the situation to you. I got involved because of a phone call I received. It was from none other than the director of the Amano Group, Mr. Ernest Amano. His only son Lance had been kidnapped and he wanted me to be the drop-off man. Little did I suspect that I would be abducted myself. And that's when I found you tied to a pole screaming, "New." Can you please drop that already? Alright. Nothing we can present to her, right? Gatewater lamp pamphlet, Badger photo rally, Bad Badger's head, Blue Badger Bible, prosecutor's badge. Well, let's show the prosecutor's badge just for kicks. If I had one of these, I could be a prosecutor too, right? Don't even think of stealing this from me. If it's that important to you, then why don't you wear it on your lapel? I suppose I can't really tell her that no one in the prosecutor's office wears their badges. Why does everyone ask that question to me? That's what I'd like to know. Well, there we go. Alright. Let me save again. Maybe we'll go to logic and see we can tie anything up right now. You know, besides to this post. Haha. Alright. Costumes. It seems that the costumes of the Badger family are kept in the isolation room. Well, I think we can connect these two. Second Blue Badger.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, yeah. Let's see.
I think so.
A second Blue Badger that shouldn't exist. Clearly the true identity of the person underneath is... Oh, I know. It's one of the kidnappers, right? The person wore a costume to get away. Precisely. After all, the costumes that went missing from the storage area are a Blue Badger, a Proto Badger, and a Bad Badger. Yes, those 3. So there are 3 phony badgers running around in the park somewhere, huh? Stolen costumes data jotted down in my organizer. Ooh. What kind of shoes? Costumes escape? It's a risk, but... Ooh! Now that we know the kidnappers are wearing badger costumes, those footprints from earlier take on a new and very significant meaning. Oh, because those are the...
They're part of the costume.
Right. Oh, you mean now we know which tracks belong to the kidnappers, right? Yes, more than shoe prints, we need to follow the paw prints of badgers. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, it's time to use those footprints and go badger hunting. Okay. So now what do we do? Oh, this, the check mark went away. So we're looking for footprints made by a costume. Hey, I think I found them. There are 2 sets here. They both do look like possible candidates. This set is walking off to the west. It just stops. I can't make heads or tails of where it's headed from here. I think we can assume it's headed towards the stadium. I wonder where the other set leads. This one seems to be headed east. Huh? Oh. Quick, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got him. I got one of the culprits. Ah, no, I'm not a kidnapper, sir. Down, K. Clearly those footprints belong to Officer Meekins, but our criminals were each wearing a costume. Aha, maybe they came over to this garage for something? That's what I would suppose. Officer Meekins, if you could step aside for a moment, we need to examine the garage. Sir, Roger Wilco, sir! Okay, now we can walk to the garage. Yep. Let's open this shutter and see what we find. Maybe we'll find the kidnappers hiding inside. Ah!
Uh-oh.
Oh, no! What in the... We seem to have stumbled across a dead body.
Or someone who's very tired.
She must be in severe shock to have been the first to find it. Now then, who is this man? It's Oliver! Oh, the butler.
It's all over.
Mr. Amano, Mr. Amano, are you saying that this man is... Yes, he's my butler. How could something like this have happened? Indeed, and why was Mr. Deacon here to begin with? I'd better investigate this crime scene quickly before Agent Lang or his men return. The kidnapper's footprints lead right to this garage, and right to a dead body. Is it possible one of the kidnappers is now a murder victim? Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body with the victim in a costume. My cursory examination, I believe this man died of a fatal bullet wound. Preliminary findings data jotted down on my organizer. You sure are calm for someone who just found a body. It's surprising what one can become accustomed to in the span of 2 days. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Well, well, well. Let's save before we move on here. I guess we'll start with the cursor points. As long as that Interpol agent has control of this case, I'm not going to be able to have a real autopsy done of the victim. I'm no doctor, but let's see what I can piece together myself. There are 2 gunshot wounds, one in his abdomen and one in his shoulder. So that means he was shot twice? No, I don't think so. I think the abdominal one is an entry wound and the one near his shoulder is the exit wound. Nice, I knew you could figure it out. It comes with experience, and I've seen my share of crime scenes. Speaking of experience, this crime scene seems a bit too clean for a murder where the bullet went clean through. I should make a note of this oddity. Preliminary findings data updated in my organizer. Bullet entered his abdomen and exited through his shoulder. All right.
Uh-oh.
Here, his neck.
Yep.
This is an unusually shaped pendant. A horse. Is it something valuable? She seems to have regained some of her composure. It looks like a horse pendant. It's got an antique feel about it, and it's really pretty. Hold on, this is made of platinum silver. Nice, it is worth something after all. Ooh, and look, there's something written on the back. Colin Deveray. It's a name. Colin Deveray? But this man's name is... Oh. So what are we supposed to do now?
Wait a minute.
We have a deduce option. What were you saying, Neff?
Okay. Remind me of the butler's name again. Oliver.
Oliver
What's his
Deacon.
last name? Okay.
So this is a different name. So,
About this doesn't make sense though.
all right. I guess we're on the point of trying to deduce. We're gonna give that a shot. So let's save first. Okay, deduce. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Well, hold on. Let me put the cursor over this then. There we go. Okay. Prosecutor's badge, no. Gatewater Lamp pamphlet, no. Badger photo rally, Bad Badger's head, Blue Badger Bible, stolen costumes, preliminary findings. So, well, we could present this just to show the difference in the two names, because a different name is written on the pendant.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we get for it, but we can certainly give it a shot.
All right, well, we got it saved, so.
Eureka!
Eureka! There's something not right about the name on the pendant. There we go. The victim is the Amano family butler, and his name is Oliver Deacon. But the name on the pendant is Colin Deveray. I wonder what's up with that. I don't know, but I think we've hit upon an important piece of information. Mr. Deacon's pendant data jotted down on my organizer. Investigation complete. Lance! Lance, where are you, sweetie? Sweetie?
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh,
Excuse me, but you are... But dump. Oh, this is bad. He's really good looking. Stop it, Lauren. You can't let yourself fall for a playboy like him. You're in love with... Sounds like someone doesn't know the meaning of the phrase inner monologue, huh? Sorry to interrupt your conversation, but might you be a friend of Lance? Yes, I'm Lance's girlfriend. My name is Lauren Pops. His girlfriend. Oh, it's not like that. We're more like friends, and we're not lovers or anything. We haven't gotten that far yet. But I guess that's how people are going to see it, so I should just accept it. I even got this ring as a present from Lance. Is that a ring pop or something?
It's a ring pop.
You know what she reminds me of? A cartoon character. May I inquire as to why you are here? I haven't been able to get in contact with Lance lately, and I began to get really worried. I looked everywhere for him, and then I heard about the kidnapping, so I came here. Wow, you're really strong for having made it through all this by yourself. Is it true? Has Lance really been kidnapped? No one is supposed to know, but yes, it's true. Oh, Lance. I can't believe you've been spirited away. I wonder how you're doing right now. Looks like she's gone back to the fair maiden in love routine. So, Mr. Edgeworth, where do we go from here? Well, we found a body, so we should look into the murder. Uh-oh. My men brought me up to speed over the radio, and I have to say, you really should have called. I heard you found something very intriguing. I have nothing to hide, Agent Land. It's exactly what you see before you. I'll take it from here. Yeah, that guy's really dead. Hey, you waiting for an invitation? Hurry up and detain the suspect now. Suspect? Who? Officer Meekins, is it? You're coming with us. What? Sir, I had nothing to do with it, sir. Agent Lang, don't you think you're being a bit rash? Do you even have a good reason to suspect Officer Meekins? Huh. I leave that kind of stuff to you prosecutors. It's your job, after all. Like I said earlier, the crime scene isn't as forgiving as your precious courtroom. That's your answer? I know you like your logic and reasoning, but that sort of impractical fluff is not needed out here in the field. All you have to do is arrest suspicious person after suspicious person. That's how you eliminate crime from the streets. But that's also precisely how you unnecessarily arrest innocent people by mistake. Innocent people? Nonsense. There's no such thing as an innocent person. We've all got a blemish or two in our hearts. That's tyranny. I won't allow such a thing to go on unchecked before my eyes. Too bad you don't call the shots around here. As I have sworn to uphold the laws of this land, I cannot allow you to take this man in. That you would arrest a man on false charges without even conducting an investigation. Have you no honor as a member of law enforcement? You, how dare you speak so disrespectfully to our Shifu? Hold it. You amuse me, Mr. Prosecutor. Lang Ji says every pack has its own rules. If you can play by their rules and come out on top, that is a true victory. All right, I'll give your beloved laws a fair shake. I'll show you just how much investigating I've done. Through my line of logic. Oh no. Shilong Lang's logic. Save time. I've seen a lot of bodies like the one being carted off in my time. I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figure that much out, right? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? That is your reasoning. Solid as a rock. It's based on the philosophy of detainment. What's this philosophy of detainment? Huh, you don't know? In that case, pay attention, girlie. In my country, the criminals have a saying, beware of the wolf. Why the wolf? Because in my language, Lang means wolf, and you don't mess with me or my pack. And as for the detainment philosophy, its father is my honorable ancestor, Lang Ji. You'd think I'd have heard of him and his teachings if he is that famous. Whoop. Lang Ji developed it as he worked to lock criminals away thousands of years ago. To this day, the Zhengfa police still trains its recruits using his philosophies. But thousands of years ago, that makes your story about as believable as a fairy tale. Huh. Anything wears down and breaks over time. Do you really believe something as ancient as that can be applied to today's world? You want to put it to a test? Rebuttal. Alright, so let's save again. Okay. Press, I guess.
Hold it!
So what can you tell me about the body? A lot. Even without an autopsy, I have my ways. They teach you the basics of forensics along with the detention philosophy. Oh, then you wouldn't mind telling me a little of what you figured out, correct? I can say he was shot in a single glance, but even you figured that much out, right?
Hold it!
Yes, I think anyone who saw the bullet wounds would come to the same conclusion. Don't pat yourself on the back yet. What's that supposed to mean? Lang Ji says, search where the water is deepest. You have to keep your eyes on the big fish that lurks in the depths, which is the killer. Is that right? And what would you know about the killer? With your current gun laws, it's not exactly easy to get your hands on a gun.
Hold it!
It would appear you've studied a little of our laws. Studied? Who needs to study what every child in any street corner already knows? It's that Sheena. The Federal Firearms Restriction Act. That's it, the Federal Firearms Restriction Act. I hear it's not easy to get a gun these days. Interesting. That woman is the one in charge of keeping track of the information. Not unless you're a member of law enforcement like Officer Meekins, isn't that right? Oh shoot, I banged my arm on the enter key. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Just what sort of investigator are you? Alright, so let me go to the last statement and press. Do what I meant to do.
Hold it!
If that's the case, there are plenty of other officers who might be potential suspects. You're not seriously going to arrest each and every one of them, are you? As if I would need to. I've already looked into everyone else here. Oh, other than Officer Meekins, I know no one else's weapon has been fired. How did you check every single person's weapon in such a short span of time? That's because each and every one of my subordinates is extremely capable. It didn't take more than a few minutes to conduct the entire investigation. The power of sheer numbers. You've yet to check Officer Meekins' weapon, correct? Thanks for reminding me. Hey you, show me your gun. Oh! What's wrong? Why does he look so sickly pale all of a sudden? Gun! What did you say? I can't hear you. Stop mumbling and spit it out already. Sir, I lost my gun, sir! How could you be so irresponsible? Ha 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 ha! In the end, it looks like you're still the only suspect we've got. You're the one who waited here outside this garage to ambush and kill the victim. So you think that Officer Meekins waited here to kill the victim, do you, Lang? I think this little accusation deserves a lot more scrutiny. Officer Meekins ambushed the victim in this garage and killed him here with his gun. Well... we could press, or maybe we could compare what he says to what we think happened. Would you like to do?
Press him.
You want to press? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold it!
You mean to tell me that the murder occurred here in this garage? From the fact that the suspect was found almost next to where the body was found, I say that it's pretty obvious this is the crime scene. Lang Ji says, a criminal always returns to the scene of the crime. Hey, finally, a quote even I've heard of before. Furthermore, Lang Ji says... Yep. Successful investigations are the result of multiple returns to a crime scene. Looks like neither detectives nor criminals have changed their ways over the millenniums. So this is the kind of conclusion the philosophy of detainment can lead you to. I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. Why are you putting yourself on the line for Mr. Meekins? It's not that I particularly care about what happens to Officer Meekins. What? However, I can't simply stand by while Agent Lang ignores our country's laws. Shilong Lang. Oh, okay, so we're back to that point. So what I'm tempted to do is to see what our notes say about this. So Let's see. Well, loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Despite the fact that the final bullet went clean through the body, there is very little blood at the site where the body was found. So yeah, then that will put the location of his death into dispute, would it not?
Yep.
So I think I'm tempted to present this based on that fact. Let's see what happens.
For it.
Objection!
Ah! Tisk tisk. Unfortunately for you, Agent Lang, that is simply not possible. What do you mean? You've seen the crime scene for yourself, and while you were looking, did you not think to yourself that it was a little too clean? Ayah!
Now he thinks he's shampoo.
Yeah, right? So you did notice that there was too little blood. Do you still wish to claim that Officer Meekins committed the murder here? Because this isn't the crime scene, and if it was your men who led you to think it was, then I suggest you leave this case to the local police to set the record straight. Nah. Ha 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 ha. Not bad. I see your logic can be just as sound as mine. In that case, let me ask you this. Don't you think it's weird that that officer was hanging out around here in the first place? Weird? How so? Hey you, your squad's not even supposed to be in this area, right? What were you doing neglecting your duties and loafing around here? Don't you dare give me some lame excuse like I found myself taking a walk. But sir, I really did take a walk, sir. You're a disgrace. How dare you take your pack obligations so lightly? Officer Meekins is looking extra meek. Is he hiding something? Mr. Edgeworth, please, sir. Save me the way you did earlier, please, sir. Officer Meekins, please give us a detailed account of what happened. Sir, not you too. Oh, God. Because those eyes. Meekins' testimony. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the blue Badgermobile, sir. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. What is this blue Badgermobile? It's a moving store on wheels that sells sweet dreams and merchandise, sir. So the blue Badgermobile is just a roaming souvenir shop? Blue Badgermobile data jotted down on my organizer. Oh, those are the maybe 3 tire tracks or for a car similar to that. Sir, I swear I was chasing the kidnappers down while I was being a good dream merchant. Hang on a second, because my Siri activated. I said sir, not Siri. He seems rather worked up, even more than his usual hyperactive self. He sure seems sure of what he's saying. Can you try to calm down and lower your voice to a more reasonable level, officer? Sir! Roger, sir! Alright, let's save. Save. Here. Back. Press.
Hold it!
Alright then, where were you assigned to? I was assigned to the main gate, sir. He must mean the area with the bridge and the outrageous fountain. Okay, then why are you here in the Wild Wild West area? It's because of a very deep reason, ma'am. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir.
Hold it!
Describe for me how you conducted your investigation. Yes, sir. Well, first I made sure there were no suspicious-looking people in the area, sir. But the only people that seemed to gather around me were little girls, sir. Well, what did you expect when you dressed like the Blue Badger? I thought I had no choice at that point, sir, so... I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir.
Hold it!
What exactly do you mean by selling dreams? Sir, the Blue Badger mobile is where dreams are collected. What? Sweetness like you've never known except in dreams, ma'am, like innocent drops. And bitterness found only in nightmares, ma'am, like guilty jawbreakers. Selling those as I push the Blue Badger mobile along as my sworn duty, ma'am. But I got completely caught up in my role selling dreams to the children, sir.
Hold it!
You completely forgot to look for the kidnappers? No, sir, of course not, sir. I would never do something like that, sir. Meh. You're absolutely right. Well, you're good at this forcing people to confess thing, Mr. Edgeworth. To be frank, I'm just a little man, sir. I'm better at selling kids a few small dreams than looking for a big crook, sir.
Hold it!
Enough wallowing in your own self-pity. Let's return to your testimony. Yes, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir.
Hold it!
How did you wind up all the way over here? I was in the middle of a sea of kids, sir. But one of the kids decided to challenge me to a fight, sir. I had to run away from the child's painful drop kicks. And before I knew it, the good old drop kick, I dished out my fair share of those when I was a kid. It was always the best when you felt one really connect with your opponent. In any case, you wound up here for a reason completely unrelated to the investigation. Sir! That's right, sir. That's not something you should be admitting to with your head held high, officer. Sounds like he simply forgot about his real job and became the Blue Badger. However, there is one flaw in Officer Meekin's story, but I have the feeling he'll need some prodding before he'll spill the beans. Well, we prodded him already. What could it be? Bree, what do you think?
I don't know.
Okay. Liz, what do you think?
I'm not sure either.
Okay. Let's review. It's true, sir. I wasn't assigned to this area, sir. I was told to check every square inch of the main gate area, sir. I also went looking for the kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger mobile, sir. But I got completely caught up on my role selling dreams to the children, sir. Before I knew it, I found myself here in this area, sir. Neff.
Okay, so let's go. He did say he looked through every inch of the main gate,
Right.
but then okay, wait a minute. So, are we talking the same car that's in the garage right now?
Badger mobile go.
What'd you say, Bree?
Where did his Badger mobile go?
No, hold on. There's a picture here. Where's the picture? Not allowing us show the
Here's
picture.
another page.
There's a thing to flip the pages on the photo screen too.
In your stuff.
Blue Badger Mobile. Mobile shop on 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage.
Yes.
It
Let's
was
examine
parked.
it first before we present it to them.
Sure.
Can we actually look inside that thing?
No. But this begs a question that B said, looking for kidnappers while selling dreams in the Blue Badger Mobile, sir. No evidence and no marks on the ground that show that this was used, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Objection!
Uh-huh.
Officer Meekins, I would appreciate it if you didn't tell such transparent lies. Sir, I'm lying, sir? Yes, you are. If you were really out there selling dreams with the blue Badgemobile until recently, then what is it doing here inside the garage? Yeah! Actually, I had just lost track, sir. Lost track of what? By the time I realized that the blue Badgemobile was nowhere to be found, sir. Which would mean it was perhaps stolen. And that's when I came back to this area thinking maybe it was in the garage, sir. But that's when you found me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. A likely story. Who do you think is going to buy such a convenient tale as that? And what exactly is so convenient about his story? The car getting stolen. It's completely unbelievable, even for a cover story. But I think we can assume the car was used all right. To move the dead body. What? You killed the victim at some distant location, Officer Meekins. And then you used the blue Badgemobile to transport it all the way here. No, he didn't, because there's no tire tracks. Now then, you're coming with me. But it wasn't me, sir. The killer, sir. It wasn't me, sir. Agent Lang, wait. What do you want now? We still don't know where the real scene of the crime is. You can't say we know all the facts of this case, let alone the truth. I told you, truth, schmooth, I couldn't care less. Our job is to catch the crook. You'll find out your precious truth after we arrest this guy and take him in. That's the job of you prosecutors in your fancy courts with your logic. As for us, we don't have that kind of time to waste. You boorish buffoon. I think you need to leave. What? We need to get the body to autopsy and you guys are getting in the way. You would interfere with another one of my investigations? Hey now, let's not forget who holds the actual authority to conduct investigations here. I'm afraid the one doing the interrupting is you, my ignorant little pretty boy. Jeez. Now be a good fancy boy and get out of my sight. If you don't, I'll arrest you for obstruction of justice. To be continued. I guess we'll stop. Well, one thing's for sure. I don't think Meekins is the killer. That's probably Captain Obvious talking there.
I was gonna say, safe bet that.
But what do you think about what is going on? What do you think about our Interpol friend, Neff?
I won't say he's dirty, but he's definitely dumb.
Yeah.
This dude is definitely Hellboy.
Mm-hmm. Liz, do you foresee anything in your magic 8-ball of Ace Attorney?
Not yet. I still need a little more information.
Okay.
I can make a prediction, but it's interesting so far.
Right. I still think the fact that there are no tire tracks. There are tire tracks, on one side of the garage that don't belong to our vehicle that we found inside the garage. That's the only real thing that stands out to me at the moment. Let's see. Bree, what do you think? Have you conjured any thoughts?
She got kicked out.
Well,
Oh,
Bree got kicked out.
Or disconnected because she's not in the chat.
Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me try to find out. Anyway, Karam, what do you think of this whole mess?
There was one thing that I thought was weird. What is the name of the butler?
Oliver Deacon.
If you rearrange those letters, his name is that other person's name too.
Oh, like
What?
Deveray?
An anagram.
okay.
But what?
That's right. I called it. I missed what you said. Yes. That is I believe you. Yeah, called it. Yeah, you raised what called it said. So, that is very
Bree's
interesting.
back.
Hello.
Hey,
How goes?
I don't
Everything
know
else?
what I missed.
I'm sorry.
I said I don't know what I missed.
Okay. When did you get kicked out?
Maybe for like 5 minutes.
Okay. Well, let's see. We concluded. We found the inconsistency in the testimony. You were around for that?
The Blue Mobile?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Badgermobile.
Yes, I was there for a little bit of that.
Okay. And then okay, so we concluded that there's no way Meekins could have been driving out with the blue Badgermobile because it was in the garage. That was the inconsistency. And then Mr. Lang, our Interpol guy, goes on to admonish Edgeworth, totally going against his reasoning of logic, and that's now how we do things. And they prepared to take Meekins in, and then told Edgeworth that he should leave or be arrested for obstruction of justice. So, pretty much our main antagonist there. Yep. So now, having said that, do you have any other thoughts? I mean, some of the guys I'm speaking to here saying it's really too early to draw any conclusions, aside from the fact I completely missed what Carl said in the chat earlier. And Karam pointed it out. If you rearrange Oliver Deacon's letters, it's an anagram. It matches the name that's on his necklace.
Oh.
Something just dropped over here. I have junk falling all over the place. Anyway, so yes, I take it to their word. That's really the only two things that stand out now are, number one, that anagram, and number two, the tire tracks that are misplaced. I still think there's something behind that, but that's just me. So we will continue this after the podcast tomorrow. So 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow for the podcast, and at 9 p.m. Eastern we'll continue this game. And what I will probably do during the podcast tomorrow, if I can, and if it doesn't interrupt Neff and myself's conversation, we will try to do lurk bait again, so people can spend their Twitch coins to go fishing and maybe try to get the Umemi crochet doll. We're still trying to give that away, and we made it a little easier now to try to see if you can get that. I mean, it's still, the chances of getting it are slim, but we've improved the chances a little bit in the software. So if we do that, then there, unlike the other stream we did the other day, there probably will be limits on how often people can redeem it. So maybe once a minute or something like that, but we'll talk about that once we're done here. But yes, podcast tomorrow, hopefully with the fishing game turned on and out of the way. 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, and then we will continue Ace Attorney investigations after the podcast. If you'd like to reach out to us, the information is on your screen. All of the links on our link tree at linktree.com/anime radio. Remember, if you go to that link tree, you can go to our Discord, or our Google Drive and download the new wallpaper of Umemi done by Brenny that we unveiled here in the streams last week. And we've unveiled on our Instagram account on Sunday evening. So please grab that because, as always, our wallpapers are up for a limited time. And yes, we will see you tomorrow. For Neff, Liz, Brian, Karam, I'm JR. Thanks for watching us play Ace Attorney Investigations. Until tomorrow's podcast, remember...
Keep on looking out for the Extreme Radio Twitch streams, and don't forget, archive versions of our podcast are available at xarpodcast.net. That's xarpodcast.net, or your favorite podcasting platform. Good night, everybody.
Good night. See you tomorrow after banana.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.